Hey guys, welcome back. If you're an existing Amazon seller, you might be wondering if it's time or whether you should even start selling on your own Shopify website. In this video, we're going to reveal why this might be the single best thing you can do for your Amazon business. Let's go. So if you're new here, hey, I'm Khierstyn. I work with brands like yours to scale them on Shopify, specifically D2C brands. So if you have a product that you have customized, custom built, or are really looking to get an edge on the market, think something proprietary, you absolutely want to pay attention to this video, because a big mistake I see new sellers make is to start selling a proprietary product on Amazon, and then it quickly becomes a race to the bottom once third-party competitors come in. So this video, we're going to cover 8 reasons why you should consider Shopify, but also how to protect your brand from bottom barrel pricing. All right, so let's get into that. So let me give you a bit of a backstory on this. Back in 2012, 2013, 2014, when Amazon was really becoming a big opportunity for new sellers to come on the scene and white label products, meaning you could quickly go to Alibaba or go sell an existing product and go in, make a ton of cash, and earn quick success. But quickly, third-party players came in, more competition, more sellers, more products flooded the Amazon marketplace. And with that, it's become a lot harder, unless if you are a master Shopify seller, it's become a lot harder to scale your Amazon brand without big dollars, and also do that while not having your prices undercut by a third-party competitor that can see your prices as public, using tools such as like a Jungle Scout or Helium 10 to find opportunities, quickly create a version of your product, sell it for half the price, and suddenly your listing just drops in success. So with that, Amazon in the last few years, if you're in any seller communities, you will know the pains of selling on Amazon. It's not just fear from competition coming in and stealing your listing, stealing your traffic, but undercutting your prices. So that Amazon really has become a race to the bottom, unless if you are doing other things to protect yourself, which is where we're getting into with this video. But this mix, along with how Amazon handles their sellers right now, is a really good opportunity for you to start creating a nest egg off of Amazon. So let's get into the 8 reasons why I think that you need to consider selling your product off of Amazon if you are selling a proprietary product. So recently I had the pleasure of interviewing Joe Valley, who is the author of Exitpreneur. So his whole thing is he has over $1 billion in his portfolio for buying and selling D2C brands. So from the horse's mouth himself, we've created this video, and you can actually watch the whole interview by clicking somewhere up here if you haven't already. Joe says that when you own your own website and you create the traffic, it is still a single channel, but you own the customer, and channel risk is hardly an issue at all for most buyers of your company. On a third-party platform like Amazon or eBay, you just can't send your customers text or connect them on Facebook. You can't reach out for a second, third, or fourth order, or a new update to your service or SKU. This puts the control in a third party's hands, aka Amazon, creating the channel risk that your buyer of your company will absolutely consider. And while diversifying to Amazon in Canada, Europe, Australia is truly diversification, it's still an FBA business that comes with more risk than your own URL where you own the customers. So that leads in really well to my first point. By moving on to your own website, you own 100% of the customer data. As of right now, Amazon owns 100% of your customer data, which makes it really difficult to build an email list that you own without doing inserts, product warranties, and a whole bunch of workarounds. And so by you owning your customer data, you're able to build an email list, own your audience, so that even if your Amazon account gets shut down, you still have a full customer list that you can continue selling and upselling products to forever. Number 2 is you own 100% of the traffic. So this means that when you are putting out marketing efforts to get content out there, building up your Facebook pixel data for retargeting campaigns, you're sending blog content, social media content, and the traffic channels that you have outside of Shopify, you are able to capture that information and use that data for overall brand building purposes. Okay. Whereas with Amazon, any of the traffic that you get, unless if you're using, and again, there are workarounds to everything here, but you are using a third-party retargeting software to be able to pixel any of your Amazon visitors, because right now Amazon does not connect to your Facebook pixel to allow you to build up that database offhand without some extensive coding experience and a workaround. So by you owning 100% of the traffic, you're also owning 100% of the insights, and you're able to take that traffic information to better customize your ad campaigns using Google, Facebook, and other means. Number 3, Joe Valley sells and buys D2C brands. So from the mouth of the expert itself, you are building an asset that's going to sell usually for a higher value than just an Amazon business. So right now, there are a ton of FBA roll-up firms right now that will go in, purchase Amazon businesses, and put them under a brand umbrella. And when you have that, it's a way to exit. But what if you want to sell for a higher multiple? A buyer of your company is actually valuing your company more if you have an asset with channel diversification. So what that means is that you're actually, because you own your audience, because you've built an email list up, because you've really started to get on Shopify and build a brand, because of that, that comes with a higher value because of the asset of building up your audience as well as an Amazon channel. So through diversification, through building a brand, through building an audience that you own, and a website and a domain that you 100% own and control, that by itself usually means that you're going to be able to sell for a higher multiple. That brings me to point number 4, which is you own the domain and you also own your website. So Amazon, if they don't like what you're doing, you don't comply with their terms of service, or you do some black hat stuff that gets you banned off Amazon, that is literally your income gone. By you owning the domain and you owning your website, it safeguards you usually against from getting banned, unless if you're doing some pretty illegal stuff, which is not the intention of this video. But if you're keeping things above board, you have full control, meaning you have way more peace of mind knowing that your website isn't just going to be shut down unless if hackers are coming in. And that is super rare. But Amazon right now owns your listing. You don't. Anything can happen because it is a third-party tool versus something that you own. Do you see a common thread here? You selling on your own website means you have much more control, much more flexibility, much more freedom. Number 5, better product margins. I mentioned this in the beginning of the video, where with Amazon, if you're bringing on a proprietary product, you don't have any, we'll say, clout. There's no brand, you're just another product on Amazon. And when a third-party competitor sees how well you're doing on your listing and they bring in a competing product at half the price, you are going to lose a lot of your traffic. So you might risk having to undercut your prices. If you drop your prices, you suddenly have no margins to advertise and you end up at a race to the bottom. So by you selling on your own website, it's not just the act of selling on a Shopify website that means you can charge more, but what you're doing on Shopify is you're building a brand. Building a brand means that you are building a customer relationship. You're focusing on being something that solves a problem in somebody's life versus selling a commoditized product. And so when you're building a brand on Shopify, which is a whole other video series, I'm sure, but building a brand comes down to having that email list, building the audience, and having an emotional connection and brand loyalty. So you have customers coming back over and over and over again. And because you are building a brand, because you offer a certain level of customer experience, you provide helpful products, insights, etc. for your customers, you by default are able to bring in a product that you can sell more for, or sell it for more because of the brand loyalty. Instead of just being a product that you compete on with price, you're selling a product and a suite of products that compete based on customer loyalty. You compete based on the experience that people have with shopping with you. Think Apple versus a random knockoff product that will just break. You stand behind your product. There's that premium side of things that because you're able to charge more, you have better product guarantees, you've got a better customer experience, and a better product. So by you building a brand off of Amazon, especially for a new product launch, you're able to build up that kind of trust in your product at a certain price so that when you then go to Amazon with that product, you already have built yourself up to be a premium product, premium experience, and you can now charge those prices so that when someone is shopping for your product on Amazon, sure, there might be cheap knockoffs that they can buy, but someone who believes in buying the brand name and what is associated with that, you're able to charge more, and it helps safeguard you against, to a certain extent, but safeguard to a certain extent, people that will come in with cheaper products and worse products than yours. Point number 6. So I mentioned this was not a video to say you shouldn't sell on Amazon. Amazon is absolutely part of their portfolio, but what I'm trying to get you to see is whether you want to use Amazon as a secondary channel or your main channel. When you use Shopify or your own website to really sell your product and build up your brand, I 100% believe in diversification. So I believe that Amazon 100% should be a part of the equation and part of what you're doing. But Shopify and the decision to build a brand, to not sell a commodity, to sell an experience, and to sell something that is truly different, proprietary, custom, is what is really going to make a difference when you do take your products over to Amazon. So for point number 6, diversification across multiple channels will de-risk your business. So, again, if you are only on Amazon and your listing gets shut down, that's literally your business and your income gone overnight. But by you selling on Shopify across multiple channels, if there's a problem with one channel, you've got the backup plan. Which is why I believe that Amazon should be a part of the equation, not the equation. Point number 7 is you own and have a direct relationship with your customer. So this means that because they're now on your email list, because you have direct access to their order information and email when they purchase from you, or even when they sign up for your email list for a discount or future product launch update or whatnot, you have the direct means to really go directly to them. I've said that a bit, but go directly to them for any future products that you want to upsell. Whereas with Amazon, you can't. It's very transaction focused. With Amazon, the focus is for them to help with keywords, find what they want, and to check out and whenever they need the product. But by you having an email list and you having that access, you're able to literally go to these your customers and upsell them on future products directly when you don't have the option to do that on Amazon, because you don't generally, you just don't have access to customer data on Amazon. That leads me to my last point for this video. Simply put, an FBA business is more risk than completely 100% owning the channel. This is a roll-up of the last 7 points. Simply put, if you are serious about building a brand, building equity in a business that you're looking to sell in the future, and you have a product that solves a need in somebody's life and it's not a commodity, I think you're really missing an opportunity to diversify yourself, de-risk your portfolio, and have a much more valuable asset by building up Shopify. And in terms of that, we've covered a lot of ground in this video. I'd love to know what your favorite point is below, or if you have anything to add, drop it in the comments. But apart from that, if you are someone who's selling products online, apart from that though, if you are someone that's selling products online and you are looking for help or some guidance on how to get started on Shopify, or just how to get better results if you're already on Shopify and you're just kind of struggling to take it to that next level, definitely check out some of our free resources below this video on scaling Shopify. And we've also got a ton of videos on this channel. But apart from that, let's flamingo and talk. If you've got a brand and you want more information on how to get to that next level, let's talk. Anyway, guys, I will see you in the next video, and I'm stop rambling.
Just